Alright, and welcome to Psalmic Saturday here at Ariel's Corner. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Shirley, and I see the lovely Dre, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today. And I'm just happy to be here. We're going to do a psalm spell, and then we have a premiere of another psalm that's been edited, so it's easier to listen to, so I don't hum and haw as much. So I hope you can join us on our premiere. That's at 11 a.m. Pacific time on the main YouTube channel. And we have chat threads open on each of these streams, so please chat amongst yourselves. If you do have a question for me, you can put it in the chat thread, and provided I have enough time, I will get to it before the end of the stream. If not, I'll find another time, or maybe I'll put it on one of the social media platforms. Speaking of which, if you go to our website, arielscorner.com, at the footer of each page, you will find all of our social media, including our Discord server and our private Facebook group. And those are the two places where you can go and get all the support you need. You can also lend support, you can chat, you can have discussions, ask questions, whatever your heart desires. That's where our communities are. And let's see, also on that website, you can find all the different free courses we offer, free booklets, free lectures, free guided meditations, all kinds of stuff. So have at it, enjoy yourself. Let's see, we are here Wednesday through Sunday at 10:15 a.m. Pacific doing magic streams. Tuesday at 9:45 a.m. for a tarot class. It's usually a very brief class just because it's a work day for me that happens a little earlier than the rest of the week. But we do have a tarot class, and I try to get as much as I can in there in the short time that we have together. And a lot of people seem to enjoy that. We also have tarot streams on our tarot channel, which is the same channel if you're on Twitch. We have one channel on Twitch, but two channels on YouTube. So on YouTube, if you go to our tarot channel, which is Ariel Gatoga Tarot, at 9 a.m. Pacific, we have a live tarot stream for all signs. And then at 9:15 a.m. Pacific, we have a zodiacal specific reading. That's a 2-week reading for your sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So I go through the zodiac in order, and I give a new 2-week reading every day, Tuesday through Sunday. Now you can find all the most recent restreams of all of the readings on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com, just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. And we also have playlists for all of those on the tarot channel on YouTube. All right, well, let's get our psalm on here and get going so that we're not late for our premiere. Thank you again so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Oops, there we go. Today we are working Psalm 59. In magic, Psalm 59 is used and employed in spells to destroy the power of an enemy. It's used for spells of protection and also to calm destructive passions. And today I would like to use Psalm 59 to destroy the power of an enemy. Now that can be an external enemy or that can be an internal enemy. Doesn't matter. It's one of the cursing psalms. And we're going to really employ that in a powerful way today to just zap from our lives whatever evil. And when I mean evil, that means something that's coming up against us that is trying to thwart our good. We're going to zap that and get it out of our way. The way we work psalm magic is very simple and extremely effective. We take the psalm in question and we read it out loud all the way through once without stopping. And then we go back through that psalm and we search for the hidden occult meanings that lie behind the words of each verse. We call those magic seeds. And by doing this diligent searching and also applying what we find to the issue at hand, we are planting those seeds deeply into the fertile grounds of our minds, where they take root, grow, blossom forth, and then bear fruit after their kind. And that is exactly what we are going to do together right now. You and again with this. I thought I had gotten better at that. Apparently not. And that's exactly what we are going to do together right now, you and I, with Psalm 59. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awake to help me, and behold. Thou therefore, O Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors, Selah. They return at evening, they make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. Behold, they belch out with their mouth. Swords are in their lips, for who say they doth hear? For who say they doth hear? But thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathen in derision. Because of his strength will I wait upon thee, for God is my defense. The God of my mercy shall prevent me. God shall let me see my desire upon mine enemies. Slay them not, lest my people forget. Scatter them by thy power, and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. Consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that God ruleth in Jacob, unto the ends of the earth, Selah. And at evening let them return, and let them make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. Let them wander up and down for meat, and grudge, if they not be satisfied. But I will sing of thy power, yea, I will sing aloud of thy mercy in the morning. For thou hast been my defense and my refuge in the day of my trouble. Unto thee, O my strength, will I sing, for God is my defense, and the God of my mercy. Okay, so we start out by addressing God. Now for us, God is very specific in psalm magic. I'm going to move this to the center so it's prettier. In fact, I'm going to do this. I give myself a little. There we go. For us, it's important that we understand that we work psalms magically, not religiously. And the distinction I'm making with that is that a religious reading of the Psalms has this idea that there's this external deity that we have to petition to, who's going to shower us hopefully with blessings if we're good enough, or if we've supplicated enough, or if we've proven ourselves worthy enough. A magical reading of the psalm recognizes that we are one with this power, that we are an extension of this power, and that this power is for us. We don't have to beg, we don't have to plead, we don't have to supplicate. We have to align ourselves with this power, and that this power knows our needs, and that of course our needs are going to be met. So God, in this sense, is the one power, the one source, the one substance of all that is. And we are an extension of that power. We're not separate from that power. We don't have to plead to that power. It's not a way up in the sky somewhere, and it's not some sort of anthropomorphic deity, right? It's the force of all that is. So, deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. We're just being very clear. Okay, we've got this objective here. Whatever the enemy is, deliver me from the enemy, God. And we're not asking, we are demanding. We are stating it. And the reason why is not because we're being mean to God, it's because we are acknowledging our birthright here. If we have some sort of enemy, we have the right to be delivered from that enemy. Now, that enemy may be a person, but it may be a circumstance. Maybe it's a debt. Maybe it's a disease. Maybe it's a grudge. Maybe it's a relationship problem. Whatever that enemy is, we are claiming our divine heritage. And we are stating in very certain terms, in no uncertain terms, we are stating in no uncertain terms, deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. We're not putting up with this. We're done with whatever this is. And infinite intelligence loves this. Infinite intelligence loves this because we have to make the first move. A lot of people say, well, if there is a God, how come God doesn't take care of this for me? Or why does God let bad things happen and blah, 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 blah? Because that's not God's job to come and make up our minds for us. That's our job. So we've made a decision here, and now we're connecting with the power that can do whatever it is that we need to have done, and we are placing a demand on that power, and that's exactly as it should be. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. That's not infinite intelligence's will for us, that enemies wait for our destruction. For the mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, not for my sin, O Lord. I didn't do anything. I don't deserve this. Very clear. We're being very clear. This is going on. I don't deserve this. This is out of harmony with divine law. Take care of it. And God is like, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because one with God is a majority. Who God is for, no one can be against. And God, again, is not an external force. It is the source of all that lives. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awaken to help me, and behold. So whatever this problem is, whatever this enemy is that we're calling enemy, whether it be a being, whether it be a circumstance, I don't deserve this. It's very clear here that we don't deserve to go through this. This is not part of the divine design. Therefore, it needs to be eradicated. For whatever reason this is happening, I don't even care, basically, it's saying. I don't care why. I don't care how I created this for myself or how I was involved with it. I don't care. This is wrong. This is not what I deserve, and it needs to be taken care of. Thou, therefore, O God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors, Selah. Okay, now the heathen in the Psalms are our own errant thought forms, our own ideas that are self-destructive. So we are acknowledging, well, obviously I had something to do with this, because otherwise this wouldn't be happening. On some level, I accepted whatever this is. So God, I want you to now get in there and take care of it. I want all those thought forms, whatever the causes of this are, to be taken care of. And I don't want you to be merciful. I don't want you to pussyfoot around. I can take it. Go in and do your work. I need to be freed from this, whatever it takes. They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog. They go round about the city. This is your problem. This is your enemy. Again, it could be a person, yes, but it's also definitely your own thought forms that are causing this, but it could be a problem, it could be a person, and it definitely has, because of the laws of metaphysics, the laws of magic, there has to be a counterpart in your deep mind, or this couldn't happen. So all of it, cause and effect, it's like a dog going round about the city, an attack dog, a rabid dog. Now, we love dogs, right? We love puppies. But if you've ever seen a mad dog, a rabid dog, a dog that's an attack dog, or a dog that's got distemper or rabies and things like that, they are not sweet. They are not sweet dogs. They are not your puppies. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a dangerous problem. Whatever this is, it's a dangerous problem, and we need it taken care of. Call animal control. Take care of this for me. Behold, they belch out with their mouth. Swords are in their lips. For who, say they, doth hear? Now, this in particular has to do with our own part in this. Because what happens is we have our own errant thought forms. We have our own ways that we indulge in negative thinking. And we think, well, it's okay. I can think whatever I want. Nobody's going to hear this. It's just the privacy of my own mind. But there is no such thing as the privacy of your own mind. Because your deep mind takes it and runs with it. And that's what you start to experience. So if you're experiencing an enemy in the physical world, there is a counterpart to that in your deep mind, which you've probably just not paid attention to your own thinking, where you've also had a role in this. Now, also, there are those enemies out there, and we know the types of people who really don't think that what they do matters. It doesn't matter. They can do anything they want, and they don't believe in, quote, karma. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in any of it. And they think they can just do whatever they want, and they won't have any consequences, right? And those people are very attractive to those of us who have thought forms where we don't pay attention to our own thoughts. And so it's very common that we attract people like that to us when we aren't taking care also. So we're taking care of both things on both ends of the spectrum, both internally and externally. But thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathen in derision. Back to the heathen now. So it's not only the causes, but also the effects. God laughs at them. Now, when God laughs at something, it's because God recognizes that it's not a problem. God recognizes that ultimately this isn't real, and that what is necessary is for you to wake up from the nightmare of what you think you're going through. Right? So these enemies won't get away with it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be so-called punished in the way that you think that they should be. Everything will be right according to infinite will. And that's good enough for us because it's going to be taken care of, and the problem will be gone, whatever it is. So a lot of times when we do these cursing psalms, people forget them being punished or whatever is not your concern. Them being taken away from being able to harm you is your concern. You don't worry about what happens to them. You don't worry about them getting their just deserts or their accountability or all of that. You can't do both. You can't look over your shoulder and say, well, did you punish them? Did you do what I say? Did you do what I say? And be free from them both. You can't. So today we care about being freed from them. Now, I would say 9 times out of 10, once you let go of it, you'll hear stories about how they got in trouble or they went to jail or whatever happened. You'll hear about it, but not because you're looking for it. Not because you're looking for it, because it's not your concern. It will be taken care of in the way that it needs to be taken care of, because they are extensions of infinite intelligence too. And infinite intelligence loves them too. And so they'll be taken care of in the way that they need to be taken care of. So your need for revenge and retribution is not part of this equation. Your need for freedom from the problem is what it is. Because of his strength will I wait upon thee, for God is my defense. Okay, so strength is Geburah in the Kabbalah. That is the sphere of Mars. And so because this problem or this enemy or whatever it is seems so vicious and so toxic and so scary and so much stronger in many ways than we are, which is why we're coming to the Psalm, but we don't have to defend ourselves from it because God is our defense. In fact, if we let our defenses down and let God take over, that's usually all that it takes for the whole thing to boomerang back onto them. That's the esoteric meaning of turn the other cheek. So I'm going to let my defenses down. I'm going to not defend myself from you. I'm going to turn my other cheek and say, is that all you got? How about this one? And when you prove to them that they can't hurt you, their power is gone from being able to harm you, and it automatically boomerangs back onto them. But if you try to reverse it, if you try to defend yourself, then you're just caught up in the drama of it. You're just caught up in the never-ending action, reaction. But if you drop it and you let God take over, it all just goes back on them. The God of my mercy shall prevent me. God shall let me see my desire upon mine enemies. Okay, so we're seeing the enemy as being on Geburah. Straight across the tree is mercy. And that's the sphere of Jupiter. And that's the sphere that we're on in this. So we're getting God's mercy. We're getting justice, but we're not attacking. We're letting God be our defense because mercy doesn't attack. And when we stop defending ourselves and having counterattack, the whole thing stops because we've given it to infinite intelligence to take care of for us. And then God shall let me see my desire upon mine enemies. And to many of us, when we read that, we think, oh, good, God's going to show me how vengeance is being taken care of. In a way, that's true, in that vengeance is not yours, it's God's. It's going to be taken care of in the way it needs to be taken care of. Right now, all that matters is that the problem is solved. Slay them not, lest my people forget. Scatter them by thy power and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. So, my people are my thoughts. So, don't let me forget how this works. Don't let me forget that if I put my defense in you rather than defending myself, all goes my way. So I need to be reminded of that over and over and over again. And you're going to bring them down, meaning their power to harm me is going to be removed from me. But this is because I'm sitting on Gedula, I'm sitting on the sphere of mercy, not on the sphere of Mars, not on the sphere of war. I'm letting God take over the sphere of war. I'm going to be on the sphere of mercy. I'm not going to get involved in this. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. All of that comes back onto them. The curses that they put out, they curse themselves with. The attacks that they try to level upon me, they attack themselves. It all boomerangs back. Now, that's also the case if this isn't a personal enemy, a person that's doing these things to you. This also is the thought forms in your mind are self-destructing, or the problem that you've brought to the psalm. If it's a financial problem, it self-destructs. If it's a debt, the debt self-destructs. Whatever it is, it self-destructs. It evaporates. It goes away. And that's all that we care about, is that it goes away, that it evaporates. We don't need to have that extra satisfaction of seeing people suffer for their sins and things like that. We have to let that go, because that pulls us right back into the sphere of Mars. And we want to be on the sphere right now of Jupiter, because that's where our power lies. And we let infinite intelligence take care of the sphere of Mars right now. Consume them in wrath, consume them that they may not be, and let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. So they're going to know they messed with the wrong person, whether it be a person that did this, whether it be your ego that did this, whether it be a problem, like I said, a financial problem, a relationship problem. Those problems, or those people, those enemies, are going to know that they messed with the wrong person, not because you're going to attack them, but because you're not attacking them. And when you don't attack them, their weapons come back on them. And it's scary for them. It makes them afraid when that happens. And God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Now, when God rules in Jacob to the ends of the earth, that means that it doesn't matter that you do this perfectly. That's Jacob. Jacob is the beloved of God. Warts and all. Warts and all. Jacob made all kinds of mistakes, and God said, it's okay. I got you. And that's how God is with you. I got you. You don't have to worry about doing everything perfectly. Just let me take this for you. Let me take over for you right here. Let me do for you what you cannot do for yourself. And they're going to know that they can't come up against you, because whoever God is for, no one can be against. But if you were trying to take care of this on your own, may the best man win, or the best woman win. But since you're not, since you're letting God take care of this, there's no match. Your problem is outmatched. Your enemy is outmatched. Whatever this battle is, it's outmatched, because you're sitting on the sphere of Jupiter. You're sitting on the sphere of mercy. You're letting infinite intelligence take care of the sphere of severity, of war. And at evening let them return and make them, and at evening let them return and let them make a noise like a dog and go round about the city. But this is a different kind of noise. This is a, those rabbit attack dogs are like, right? And let them wander up and down for meat and grudge if they not be satisfied. They can't get anything to work for them now. These enemies can't make it work anymore. They've been defeated. Now they are the little puppies that need to scrounge for meat. They aren't those rabbit attack dogs anymore. That the attack's been taken out of them, not because you did it personally, but because you didn't do it, and you allowed it to be done for you. You allowed their attacks to come back on themselves. But I will sing of thy power, yea, I will sing aloud of thy mercy in the morning. For thou hast been my defense and my refuge in the day of trouble. That's our lesson here. I'm sitting on, it says here again, mercy, and I'm going to sing aloud of thy mercy. I'm going to sing aloud, meaning that I'm going to constantly remind myself and all of my thoughts that we are in the sphere of mercy here, and everything is being taken care of for us. And we don't have to get involved in this. We don't have to worry about this. Infinite intelligence's power is the only power, one singular power. And since it is for us, nothing can be against us. For thou hast been my defense and refuge in the day of trouble. We're reminding ourselves, I can't defend myself and be successful, because my ego doesn't understand how to do that. But infinite intelligence's defense is more than enough for me. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to defend myself, and I definitely don't have to counterattack. I simply need to allow it to be done for me. I sit on the sphere of Jupiter and let infinite intelligence take care of the sphere of Mars for me. Unto thee, O my strength, will I sing, for God is my defense and the God of my mercy. We're reiterating it again. The sphere of mercy. God is my defense. God's on the sphere of Mars right now, not us. Taking care of that for us. The strength and the defense are both sphere number 5, the sphere of Mars. Mercy is sphere number 4, the sphere of Jupiter. So we sit on that sphere of Jupiter and let infinite intelligence take care of the sphere of Mars. Those sit across from one another on the tree of life. They are two sides of one battery. So that's the law of polarity. We are being taught that our job is the merciful side. God's job is the vengeful side. We don't have to worry about that because we don't know how to do vengeance right. We think we do, but we don't. But God does. God knows how to do vengeance in a way that everybody wins. We don't want to hear that when we're in the throes of this. We don't want anybody to win but us. So that's why we have to sit on the sphere of mercy and let that be done for us. And that all that really matters is that this is taken care of. We don't have to worry about this anymore. It's all taken care of. So our enemy has been defeated, whatever that enemy happens to be, and that's all that matters. And we didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to do anything except for keep ourselves positioned where we're supposed to be and let infinite intelligence do its job. So you just keep coming back to the psalm each and every day until you get a sense that all is well. You'll get a sense of certainty and just a sense of peace about the situation. And when you get that little click, you'll know that that spell has been taken care of. It's done. You don't have to work on it anymore. And you can then just move on to something else. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate you. Until next time, blessed be. Ba-dum-bum. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. We do not. Okay, well, we will see everybody in about 10 minutes, I hope, over on our YouTube channel for our premiere. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Shirley, Deline, and Dre. And we will see everybody in just a few minutes. Until next time, blessed be.